hear what happened to Pedro?
What?
He was found bludgeoned to death. His penis was missing.
Oh.
Welcome back to another episode of the Medium Cool Show. Today, we're taking a trip back in time to the year 1998 because we're going to be taking a look at the film Happiness.
More potatoes, Bill? Babysitter should be here any minute now.
When does the PTA start?
Oh, we still got about half an hour.
Whenever I see her, I just want to undress her, tie her up.
Hello?
She doesn't even know I exist.
Directed and written by Todd Solondz. And I think this is considered really we're like in the midst of the peak of the 90s independent cinema movement.
You think so?
Oh my God, dude. 1998 was a great year, you know?
Yeah.
You got like all these guys coming out with great pictures. Todd Solondz came out with Welcome to the Dollhouse, 1995. That was like his breakout movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple years, like 3 years later, we have Happiness. And also Buffalo 66 came out the same year as well. I do want to highlight that. But this was like when you could just make these crazy movies. And like and these like independent American studios would just make these low budge independent films. And like they're really wacky and they're very idiosyncratic and personal.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like this is kind of almost at the dawn of independent cinema in the 90s because, you know, this is when Miramax is owned by Disney, partnered with Disney. They stopped pushing so many controversial things and everyone's still trying to keep up with them in a way and trying to compete with Miramax. Like this film itself, Happiness, was distributed by October Films with Bingham Ray.
Well, actually, they financed it.
Oh, they financed it.
They financed it and produced it, but they didn't release it because their parent corporate company, Seagram, said, no, we don't want to release this movie because of the PDF file shit that's in it, you know?
Yeah.
So they dropped it and then someone else bought the film and distributed it, a different company.
Yeah. It was banned from being at Sundance.
Yeah.
It was in competition and then they're like, no, we can't have it because of the controversial stuff that's in it.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where you're coming from with this movie because I feel like with this film, everything I heard about it was just because of the PDF file stuff in it. But like, while that is a part of the movie and it is a kind of a standout aspect of the film for sure, that's only like a small part of the entire pie of the film.
It is a small part of the entire pie. There's a lot of different pie slices in this film.
Yeah. And
none of them are happy. Spoiler alert. They're all like depressing and they're all some way fucked up.
It's fucked up but comedic too.
It's very satirical. It's very pointed satirical. That's the thing I have to respect in Todd Solondz is he has a message in his films, right? Even though I may not have enjoyed this film as much as Welcome to the Dollhouse. I love that film.
Me too. I like that film a lot too.
And this film, it still has a message. He's still saying something about society that I feel like not a lot of people are willing to take the risk to say and show on film. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really interesting. The cast, phenomenal in this film. The way it's shot, the way it's written, everything, phenomenal. You know? But the subject matters themselves are hard for people to stomach.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that what this movie really hits on, though, I think it's kind of something that we've seen in a Roy Andersson picture before where sometimes you'll just be like alone in a room on the phone with like your friend or family and you're just kind of like, oh, like, I'm really happy that you're doing good, you know? Yeah. I'm really happy that you're doing good. Like, that's the feeling that the entire movie is that feeling. Yeah. It's just like people who are like very sad and looking for happiness and they're either really naive, they don't know what's really going on, they think their life is perfect, but really there's like a deeper underbelly to it. Yeah. In a way. Yeah, or they like... The three sisters all have their own issues.
Yeah, they're all naive about the world in a way.
Yeah. Like the three sisters, that's kind of who we kind of revolve around, and then they all have like their separate kind of parts to it. But it's really kind of these three sisters, and then their worlds, and kind of comparing them to each other. One sister is really naive, and she doesn't really have much going for her, and the two other sisters seem like they have a great life to her. And they look down on her.
But they always compare themselves to her. They're like, at least I'm not like her, that loser, you know? And they're all like so competitive with one another. Yeah. It's just so like that constant competition in life and that constant expectations from society and people around you is what really breeds unhappiness in a way. And like you see it in this film, and you see it how people are like, some people are like sick and they fucking can't help themselves, like the husband, or like Philip Seymour Hoffman, you know, and
yeah. So out of the three sisters, which one would you prefer being?
definitely the one from Twin Peaks,
Which one was that?
the writer.
Oh, like the dark-haired one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would choose her life? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because she's like, her life is like more so she's comparing herself, like she can't realize how she has it, you know what I mean?
yeah, she's like she's like empty inside, dude.
Yeah.
Like she seems like she's truly lonely.
Yeah, but I think
You know?
she's such a narcissist too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
So you would want to be her?
I would be her, or the wife, or I would be the wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I think I would rather be the other sister who's
Really?
like struggling. You know what I mean?
That's true. I mean, they all have their benefits in a way, like coming from our perspective. But
At least she seems like she's like somewhat hopeful, even though the world just keeps dragging her down.
Yeah.
She can't catch a break at all. And
True.
whenever there's like a little shimmering of light of hope and she goes towards it, it's just a big letdown in
Yeah.
the end. And that's like honestly kind of more relatable to what life is now, because I do see how with the sister that's married, it's like everything is perfect in her life. And sometimes you kind of feel like, dude, there's always something that's going to go wrong.
yeah.
Or like something that's there, you know, and that's
Yeah.
kind of like with her husband and the underbelly of that, the handling of that subject matter as well, the way they go about it, it's like different, you know. I don't know, and then the way it's like handled, it's so deadpan, like all the PDF file stuff. It's so the way they handle it is so deadpan,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It is really weird, and it's really uncomfortable to watch. Like, it makes you uncomfortable to watch when like his son's asking him all these questions.
Yeah, it's a little weird. And then he's like, I came.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like asking about like, I haven't come, and he's like about to cry because he just hasn't come yet, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, like the dad's like, do you want me to help you?
Yeah. Oh God.
You know?
Oh God. There's so many times when we were watching this movie, I was like, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman was hilarious. In
Yeah.
this.
Oh. Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is hilarious. Just he's so fucking like intense and just so disturbed
Yeah.
and like repressed. He's so repressed,
Yeah.
dude. And
Yeah.
the way that he deals with it, like, do you want to talk about how he deals with his repression?
Yeah. Sure. He's so like sexually frustrated
Yeah.
that he just calls up people in the phone book, and like if it's like a woman that he finds like an attractive voice on, like if like he calls them and he thinks that they have an attractive voice, he'll be like, I want to fuck you. I want to fuck you so hard. I want to fuck you till cum comes out of your mouth or something like that.
Oh my God, yeah. And he's like, calls one of the sisters that's looking for love, and then she thinks it's a guy that they're getting set her up with, and he's just like, so where are you now? Oh yeah? Like, so what are you gonna wear? Like, what are you wearing? He's like, oh, should I wear like a dress or something? No, what are you wearing right now? And he's like, oh, just like a shirt and jeans. Like, oh yeah? Yeah?
What's under the jeans?
Yeah.
You wearing anything under the jeans?
Yeah. And she's like, oh, I don't think this is the guy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh. He's so pathetic, dude.
I know, he's so
And he doesn't have any riz in real life.
No, he's got zero.
Like he has like the perfect opportunity with this really hot girl.
Yeah.
And he just fucking throws it away.
She's like,
so bad.
She
bro.
calls him back, and she's like, I want you to fuck me. He's like, oh, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, let's talk about the parents. Because, well, it is connected to the sister. There's also the story of the parents.
Yeah.
And I love that story too.
With Ben Gazzara.
Ben Gazzara.
And not Candace Bergen. Oh, I fucking forgot her name, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what's their deal?
Well,
He seems like he's just living his life. Honestly.
yeah, but he's just like not in love anymore. He's not in love with life, dude. He's depressed and he just wants to live his life alone for the rest of his life. And I think it's really funny that they do that thing where it's like they're separated, they're separating,
Yeah.
but they're not getting a divorce. It's like anytime it's like brought up in the movie, they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I went through divorce too." And it's like, who said divorce? We're not getting a divorce.
Yeah. Dude, I know.
No, we're not divorcing.
Louise Lasser, that's her name.
Louise Lasser. She's great, dude.
Yeah, and she was in Bananas with Woody Allen. And Everything You Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask. She's in that too. She was married to Woody Allen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Woody Allen?
yeah, just want to say that. But anyway, fucking Happiness, I mean, it's a weird-ass movie. It is really funny. It is really dark. It's not for everyone. It kind of does leave a little bit of a feeling of, ooh, I don't know if that sits well with my stomach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So watch on your own.
But this is one of the like, honestly, like this and Welcome to the Dollhouse. If I'm gonna put them in his, like, it's like the peak, probably Todd Solondz. You know what I mean?
There's another one I want to see. I think it's called Life at War. Life During Wartime or something like that.
I would check that out as well.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Happiness. Have you guys seen it? You've probably heard of it. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate you coolers out there.